Okay, we're going to do national anthem real quick here. So national anthem, man, let's go. All right, Darius, nice to meet you. Go.
We welcome you to Jersey Blues Baseball here on Brookdale TV. And today the Jersey Blues take on the Bronx Community. First pitch we're underway with a ground ball to short. Lomangino throwing on the run. And just in time by a step, so one pitch, one out. As Wilkin Ruan is retired in short order. And Stephen Correa will come to the plate. Correa, the second baseman for the Bronx. Broncos are 3-12 on the season as the first pitch is off the inside, ball one. They've been playing better recently. This team dropped their first 8 games of the year, and it looked like it very much would be a lost season, but they've won 3 of their last 7 now. A ball and a strike to count. Matt Kunzman, the Jersey Blues starter today, deals the next one. This is out into center field and dropping for a base hit. That was Stephen Correa, a 1-out single. And that's the game's first hit as Albel Ruan steps in now, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. And the cousin of Wilkin Ruan, who led off the game for the Bronx. Just underway this afternoon on a beautiful day for baseball as Kunzman now from the stretch deals a fastball a little bit high, 1-0. Temperature in the 80s as we get underway today. Big difference from the last time Brookdale was on this field, and that was all of 5 days ago. A ball and a strike. Just last Friday, we were playing in about 50-degree conditions. Now suddenly it feels a lot more like summer. So 1-1 on Ruan. Correa taking his lead off first. And a good spotted fastball on the outside corner, 1-2. One on, one out. As the Bronx bats in this top of the first and a throw over. Kunzman making his 3rd start of the year. A little dribbler and it's foul as Troche picked it up, applied the tag, but a foul ball. The defense behind Kunzman for Brookdale in the outfield. They have Johnson, Gonzalez, and Siv on the infield with Carter, Lomangino, Serrano, and Wade. And Darius Troche, the everyday catcher, behind the plate for Kunzman. Gets ready to deal the next pitch to Ruan. Here it is. And again, he just gets a piece. Kunzman a 1-0 record, but he'd like to bring the ERA down a bit. Comes in at 8.78. Game that is likely to have a lot of run scoring. The next 1-2 pitch. That's wide, and the count 2-2. Ruan, one of the better hitters in the lineup, has a home run. He lays off this pitch, and the count has run full. A home run, 9 RBIs to go along with a .333 average. In fact, Bronx had not hit a home run all season before their last game, and they hit 2 out of the park. They are well outmatched against Brookdale in the power department. There's a swing and a miss. Foul tip held on to. Kunzman gets Ruan his first strikeout in the 2nd out of the inning. Oh, Leonardo Francisco. He's the 3rd baseman, hitting in the cleanup spot. Correa leads from first and 2 out, and the first pitch off the outside, 1-0. Francisco, another one hitting .333. He is yet to homer, but with 10 driven in. Tied for 2nd on the team. On this 1-0 pitch. Taken a little bit high, and it's 2-0. Bronx out of the Region 15. So this is an inter-region matchup for Brookdale. Coming off a few victories in the region were much needed. Huntsman falling behind here. Francisco kept the inning going. De La Rosa would come to the plate. See if he looks to take a pitch. 3-0. Runner goes. Pitches in for a strike, and there'll be no throw. So a stolen base for Correa. His 5th of the year in 7 tries. So the Bronx with a runner in scoring position. 3-1 count on Francisco, and he swings and misses. Pickoff throw at second, close play but safe. We've seen a couple of times recently that Brookdale has picked off runners at second base. Another try, and again back in. The base runners will have to be leery, particularly at second base. Now Kunzman is ready, and his payoff pitch is swung on, foul back. Bronx is a much better offensive team than they are on the mound. Their pitching difficulties. Team ERA is over 10. But they have had plenty of games where they've scored a lot of runs. Another payoff pitch. Runner again in motion. It's up high. And the throw gets away. So a walk to Francisco, and the inning will continue. Correa takes 3rd on the stolen base, his 2nd in this trip on the bases. Now Samuel De La Rosa gets a chance. He's a .250 hitter, and he's hit the other Broncos home run coming back in their last game. That was a whopping win for the Bronx. They won it 18-3. I've not had very many games like that. First pitch. And there was a called strike. That was against Queensboro Community. Runners at the corners, 2 out. Kunzman looking to get out of trouble and work a scoreless opening inning. The next pitch, taken for a ball. And there's a good breaking ball that finds the outside part of the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Correa at 3rd. Francisco is at 2nd. And it's swung on and missed for strike 3, and Troche will not have to make a throw, so the inning is over. The Broncos strand 2 in the opening inning, and now Brookdale comes to bat with no score. Jersey Blues get set to come to bat in the bottom of the first inning against the right-hander Christopher Masson. And a scoreless game. It'll be Gio Civ to get things started. Brookdale's regular leadoff hitter Nick Lavarco remains out of the lineup, dealing with an ankle injury. First pitch to Civ, a fastball for a called strike. It'll be followed by Marcus Johnson and John Wade in this opening inning. Brookdale looking to get off to a fast start. And Civ watches that one sail up and away. It's a ball and a strike. Brookdale winners of 3 in a row, all of that against Bergen as they swept them in a region play. 2-1 the count. Played a doubleheader on Saturday, had wins 11-5 and 17-2. So 2 games where they really got the bats going. The pitching for that matter as well. Both were dominant. Now the 2-2 on the way. And a flare out into left field coming on Ruan, and he'll get there to make the catch. So Civ retired. Marcus Johnson coming up. Johnson enjoying a stellar season. .481 with the batting average. 7 homers, 40 driven in. And all of those numbers, he's in the top 10 in the region 19. Tied for the lead in home runs. But customarily up there to square to bunt early in the count. 1-0. He's really a 5-tool player. Uses speed to get aboard as well. So he whacks this one down the left field line. Going to be a long run for Ruan toward the line. It drops, base hit. Johnson's on his way to second. Takes the turn, and he'll stop with a double. So Johnson just keeps on hitting. That's his 8th double of the year. And John Wade will dig in now, and Wade, another hot hitter in this Jersey Blue lineup, and so much so that he's moved into the number 3 spot in the batting order. .30 hits and 60 at-bats this season. That's good for an even .500 clip. A stat that also leads the region. First pitch to the right-hand batter. He swings and just gets a piece. It's homered once to go along with 21 driven in. Early scoring chance with Johnson out there in scoring position. And Masson checks the runner, deals the pitch. It's behind Wade to the backstop, and Johnson easily to third. That pitch was nowhere close. For the Bronx right-hander, it's been a struggle this season. He's 0-3 and an ERA that is over 15. And he's not alone in struggles on the mound for the Broncos. Wade takes that one low and outside. Collectively, they have a staff ERA over 10. Johnson now at third. Infield in, trying to cut off that run as Wade watches a strike. Their pitching staff has been torn apart this year. 82 innings. They've given up 117 hits. The next to Wade. That's over his head to the backstop. Here comes Johnson. He'll slide home with the first run of the game. So a couple of wild pitches allows Johnson to get to third and eventually score, and Brookdale has the first run. It's 1-0. It's a full count on Wade, and 2 pitches in this turn at bat have been behind or over his head. Son will now work from the windup as he deals the payoff, and swung on and missed. So Wade down on strikes. 2 out in the inning for Darius Troche. In the second game of the doubleheader on Saturday, it was Troche who starred with a home run, his second of the year, 5 driven in. Bases empty and 2 out. And he takes outside 1-0. Batting average has come down a little bit recently, but he's still hitting over 400. 407 coming in. Hits this one hard, and a nice stop by the shortstop, Ruan. Has time, but it goes off the glove of De La Rosa at first, and Troche is safe. So that'll go as an error. Should be on the first baseman. Just missed the throw. It was a nice short hop pickup by Ruan at short. Troche able to reach, and will give Lomangino an at-bat here in the first inning. Joe hit leadoff for the Bergen doubleheader up north. Took an 0-for in the last game, 0-for-4. But still hitting a solid .343 for the year, 3 homers, 19 driven in. And he skies this one shallow right. Should be playable, but it drops. And Troche takes third. Lomangino is on with a pop fly single. And now breaking for the plate is Troche. The throw to the plate, not in time. Now trying for second as the Bronx just throwing the ball all over the place. And it's 2-0 in the first inning. Well, not only has pitching plagued the Broncos this year, but defense has been maybe even of greater concern. They've committed 40 errors in 15 games. So we're talking about more than 2 a game on average. And in this inning, we've seen the first baseman drop a throw from the shortstop. And then on a little shallow pop-up, should have been caught, it landed, and then they threw the ball around to allow another run to score. So 2 runs in. Bauman the batter as he makes his return to the lineup.
Number 1, Adolfo Conference, number 1.
Bauman missed the last several games dealing with a pretty significant hamstring injury, but good to see that he is back. They've dropped him in the lineup to the 6th spot. He's used to hitting up at the number 2 spot in the orders. He takes one that skips in ball 1. On the season, he's hitting .378, 5 homers, 21 driven in. But with the time missed, he's now well behind Johnson's pace for the team lead in RBIs. 2-0 now. And by DHing, it gives him kind of a half day off. Not allow a chance to re-aggravate the hamstring by playing center field. 3-0 the count. Runner at second is Lomangino. 2-0 Brookdale, bottom of the first. And he swings 3-0, bounces one. Nice play by Correa to cut it off and gets Bauman at first to end the inning. But 2-run score helped out by some tough defense in the field from the Bronx after 1 in Lincroft. 2-0 Jersey Blues. Top of the second inning, I'm Brian Gadsford here on Brookdale TV. And a first pitch strike from Kunzman to Raul Chevalier leading off the second inning. 2-0 Brookdale over the Bronx. Game got started a bit later than we were supposed to today. Scheduled for about a 3:30 start, but it's a long trip for the Bronx. Kunzman able to work around a walk and a single in the first to get through scoreless. Takes something off, and it's a strike, 1-2. Chevalier is the catcher. And he swings and misses for strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the early going for Kunzman, 1 away. Yoscar Almonte will be the batter. He's the designated hitter. First pitch to the right-hand batter. He takes a healthy cut and foul tips it for strike 1. Almonte at 273 with 2 driven in. Takes a strike. Kunzman looking to get into a good rhythm here. Looking for his second win on the season. This one is hit on the ground at the second baseman. Serrano gobbles it up and makes the play. 2 up, 2 down. So with the bases clear, Harleen Suarez, right fielder, hitting 8th in the order. And Kunzman brings the first pitch, taken a little bit tight, 1-0. Suarez a 200 batter, and also has driven in a pair of runs. Takes it high, and it's 2-0. This will be the only time that these two teams meet up this season. Kunzman falls behind. In fact, the Bronx head coach Adolfo De Jesus was telling me he hasn't been to Brookdale since 2006. There's a walk on 4 pitches, so Suarez is on. Kunzman issues his second free pass. And now Luis Sanchez, the 9th hitter in the lineup. Base runner with 2 out. Brookdale holding a 2-0 lead. And a strike called. In fact, the head coach, De Jesus, for the Bronx, he's now in his 38th year as the head coach. Long, long time to be with one program. He said in all of his years, this just might be his most challenging. Kunzman ahead 0-2, looking to put away Sanchez. Stays alive. Long look in. And now the 0-2. Up high. Suarez leads from first. And it's popped up, and the foul ground comes Wade, hoping for a play, but it'll be beyond his reach. It's amazing how much the temperature can turn in a short amount of time. College season starts in the dead of winter. Brookdale And a lot of teams get a break by traveling south to Myrtle Beach. I'm sure they were playing in conditions much similar to this. Sunny, warm afternoon as Kunzman brings the 2-2 now. And he takes something off. Strike three swinging. Sanchez down on strikes. A walk, one left to the bottom of the second. Brookdale leads the Bronx 2-0. Bottom of the second inning as Brookdale comes to bat with a 2-0 lead. Anderson Gonzalez leads off and takes the first pitch low, 1-0. Lower third of the order due up for the Jersey Blues with Serrano and Caleb Carter set to follow. Gonzalez getting another start in center field. Takes one that bounces in, it's 2-0. It's been getting some of the reps in center field in Bauman's absence, and even though Bauman's in the lineup, he's DHing, so Gonzalez still out there in the field. 3-0 now. He's batting at .308 for the year. Takes a called strike. No homers, 7 driven in. Had a good game against Bergen with a couple of hits. And that 17-2 rout. And a strike. That'll make the count full. Masson will come with the payoff pitch. Just off the corner. So Gonzalez on to start the inning. A leadoff walk. So here's Hunter Serrano back in there at second base. Playing time has been a little bit more spotty of late. Gonzalez taking his lead, and he's immediately going. Pitches inside, throw to second is offline, and a steal. First of the day for the Jersey Blues. They've been running often lately. In their last 3 games, they've totaled 12 stolen bases. So quickly a man in scoring position. 1-0 coming to Serrano. He swings and pops it up. Shallow right. In comes the right fielder, and it is Suarez to make the catch. Every ball that's hit in the air has not been easy for Bronx fielders, particularly with the sun shining as much as it is, but that one handled. Out number 1. Brings in Caleb Carter, hitting 9th in the order today, right-hand batter. And first a soft toss over to second. Carter had a very strong game against Bergen in the last one, a couple of hits and scored 4 times. First pitch in this at-bat, he swings, lifts it high in the air, center field, shading his eyes. Sanchez, he can't see it, and it drops in front of him. Carter now trying for second, he'll make it, and Brookdale with men at second and third. Well, for even the best of fielders, it's not the easiest day to be playing out in the outfield. And Sanchez had trouble with that fly ball. It drops. And Brookdale with 2 on now. So we'll give that a sun-aided double. Back to the top of the order, Gio Civ. Fly to left his first time up. 2-0 Brookdale, looking for another big inning. Infield again comes most of the way in, as Civ takes up high 1-0. Civ has 4 driven in, chance to pick up a couple here. Inside corner for a strike. Gonzalez at third, Carter on at second. Big cut and a miss. Big bat of Marcus Johnson is swinging in the on-deck circle. Spot where Masson would like a strikeout. Instead, he misses in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Brookdale batting in the bottom of the second inning, leading the Bronx 2-0. 2 ducks on the pond out there. And the next from Masson, swinging a foul ball. Good turn at bat here for Civ. He's worked it to a deep count. Another 2-2 coming. And that one gets away to the backstop. Here comes Gonzalez, and he scores standing. To third is Carter. Another wild pitch. It's the 3rd run of the game. 3-0 Brookdale. Full count on Civ. Infield remains up. Righty brings the payoff. Strike 3 called. Pitch up around the letters. Gets Civ looking. And there are 2 away. Second strikeout for Masson. Chance to get through the inning with only 1 run scoring, but first he has to contend with Marcus Johnson. Had an extra base hit his first time up, a double, and scored the first run. So with that double, his batting average is creeping ever closer toward the 500 mark. It's about 3 or 4 players in the region who have marks that high. Son, a slow worker and not ready to deal the first one. Carter on at third. 1 run in this inning. First pitch to Johnson, set to swing, and he misses 0-1. It's been described by his head coach, Johnny Johnson, as just a gamer. And they've needed him with some of the key injuries that they've been dealing with in the lineup. Bauman back today, Nick Lavarco remaining out. 1-1 count on Johnson. And he watches that one high and outside, 2-1. He's having the kind of season that warrants Conference Player of the Year conversation. An award that Bauman won on this team last year. So it just may be another Jersey Blue who takes it this year. We'll have to see. That's on the inside corner. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out in the inning. 3-0 Brookdale lead. The pitch, way upstairs. Gone up there with a passive approach at the plate, and Masson has often been wild. He's already uncorked 3 wild pitches. Another one here would bring in another run. The payoff misses ball 4, and Johnson's on for a second straight time. Brookdale draws their second walk. And in comes John Wade. Came in a .500 hitter. He struck out his first time up, so that means he's due for a hit here. Continue that .500 average. Especially been swinging a good bat of late. 7 multiple hit games over his last 10. Starter at first base today. Right-hand batter. Takes high, throw to second, and another steal. Johnson adds to his team-leading total. That's number 17. A 2 in scoring position for Wade, who's knocked in 21 this year. Chance to add to a 3-0 Jersey Blue lead on 1-0. He takes one that skips in, and a good stop by Chevalier. And Wade hits it high in the air to left. Ruan steadies back under it. He falls down. Did he make the catch? He did, to retire the side. So Ruan made what should have been relatively easy play look a lot more difficult. Brookdale gets 1, and after 2, they lead the Bronx 3-0.
Alright, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to run.
Nice play to start the top of the third inning. So 1 out. New Brookdale pitcher is Richie Barton, deals high and outside. Stephen Correa, the batter, had a single his first time up, the only Bronx hit thus far. Jersey Blues with a 3-0 lead. And a drive in the air, left center field. Cutting across Gonzalez in the gap, and he makes the play. So 2 up and 2 set aside for Barton. It's going to be a collective effort for Brookdale on the mound today. Starter Matt Kunzman worked 2 scoreless. Here's Albel Ruan. Left fielder struck out his first time up. That was against Kunzman. Righty to righty with the first pitch. Swing, and he may have just gotten a piece. The count 0-1. Bronx is part of a Region 15 group with only 7 teams. And they're in third place despite the record being well below 500. There's a strike, 1-1. Barton in for the 5th time this year. 9 innings of work. Works from the stretch, and the next pitch off the outside. So Kunzman in his 2 innings gave up no runs, 1 hit. Barton is second in line this afternoon. Swinging a ground ball towards short in the hole. Lomangino makes the overhand throw. In time, he got him. Nice play on both ends. Helps Barton work a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-0 Brookdale. Bottom of the third inning here at Brookdale Community College. Brookdale will have the middle of the order up against the righty Christopher Messon. 3-0 Jersey Blues in front. Winners of 3 straight coming in, trying to add to that winning streak. And the first pitch to Troche. He takes down and away, 1-0. Troche reached on an error his first time up in the first inning and scored a run. It's a ball that was dropped by the first baseman on a throw from short, running up and in 2-0 the count. Troche has been a workhorse behind the plate. It's not often that your catcher is one of your leaders in games played, but he is out there on a game-in, game-out basis. Great production offensively and defensively. Terrific athlete behind the plate. Swings and misses. He was a shortstop in high school, so that just gives you an idea of how good an athlete he is. Swings and misses. 2-2 on the Brookdale catcher. Mangino waiting on deck, and the pitch. Full count. Christopher Messon hoping to eat up some innings for the Bronx. Staff that has been battered this year. Here he comes with the payoff pitch. Inside it hit him, would have been ball 4 and a leadoff base runner. Joe Mangino had a single his first time up today, 1 for 1. Snapping out of a mini 0 for 4. Fouls the first one off. Mangino will be continuing his baseball career at St. Peter's, playing for a Division I program come the fall. Troche leading at first. And the pitch misses. Dale's got a couple Division I players. Of course, Christian Bauman committed to Charleston Southern. Popped foul coming back and out of play.
Hey, Joe, you got it. Let it get deep now. Come on.
It's one of 4 Jersey Blues with multiple home runs. 3 on the year. Hits this one through the hole, base hit going into right center. Troche read it well. He's on his way to third. Being waved home as the ball gets kicked around in the outfield. And in to score is Troche. Meanwhile, Mangino takes a turn around third base. He'll hold there. As another run is in, it's Brookdale 4, the Bronx nothing. Well, it should go as a double and an error. No RBI in all likelihood for Mangino as the fielding miscues continue for the Broncos. Nobody out in the inning. Infield again comes most of the way in as Bauman the batter. Batting left and takes high and outside, 1-0. Bauman in his first at bat back in the lineup, grounded out to second base, 0 for 1. Even with the time missed, second on the team with those 5 home runs. Swings and drives this one to center field. Going back is Sanchez, still back, reaches up to make the catch. Tagging at third, Mangino. He trots in on Bauman's sacrifice fly to make it a 5-0 Brookdale lead.
One down.
Now sack fly RBI, 22nd driven in for Bauman. Anderson Gonzalez takes strike one. Gonzalez drew a walk, scored a run. That was in the second inning. Base is now clear as Gonzalez rips one off Messon, caroms out to the third baseman Francisco, and his throw is too late. An infield hit for Gonzalez, and one that was struck well. Got a piece of Messon, and they'll go out and make sure he's okay. So my son will take a couple warm-ups and see if he's pronounced good to go. And he'll remain out there with Hunter Serrano next to step in. Till second baseman, 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right field. Two more home in this inning. Jersey Blues have struck in each of the first three. Lead the Bronx 5-0. Runner at first. Serrano takes one that gets away from Chevalier, and down to second goes Gonzalez. Checks the runner at second, and now is 1-0. Taken for a strike to even the count. Serrano came in at 267 with the batting average. No homers, 4 driven in. Leans back from one inside. 2 balls and a strike. Leans back from another one, and now it's 3-1. On deck is the number 9 hitter, Caleb Carter. Gonzalez leading off second. And Masson with the next pitch. Runner goes. Pitch taken. Throw to third. And he waiting for the signal from the field umpire, but it appears to be a stolen base. Close play at third. The throw sure looked like it beat him. I'm not sure if the tag missed, but Gonzalez is at third base. Back at double play depth up the middle. Pitch high and inside, and now runners at second and third. That one goes off the glove of Chevalier. Here comes Gonzalez, and he scores. To third goes Serrano. Another run is in. The third in this inning. And it's Brookdale 6, the Bronx nothing. And we'll see if that is going to be the end of the line for this right-hander. As Adolfo De Jesus makes his way out to the mound. Son got shaken up a little bit in the inning by a liner that struck him. Didn't retire a batter afterwards. He'll take his exit. 6-0 Brookdale. Pitching change for the Bronx. We'll be right back. New pitcher for the Bronx, it's Alexander Laura, on in relief of Christopher Masson. Jersey Blues lead the Bronx 6-0. One out this inning. Caleb Carter, the batter. Runner at third is Serrano. The infield in. Carter takes one up over his head. So the starter, Masson, lasted just 2 1/3 today, and it'll be relievers the rest of the way. There's a strike. Carter had a double his first time up. That was in the second, 1 for 1. So he now has 3 hits in his last 5 at-bats. We're going to pick up Serrano from third. And inside, and it got a piece of him. Now Carter will make the trot to first base, and there's runners at the corners. Back to the top of the order coming up. Second Jersey Blue to be hit in the inning. Troche led off the inning with a hit by pitch. Now Carter is struck. Civ, the seventh man up. He's yet to participate offensively for Brookdale. 0 for 2. Takes on the outside corner, 0-1. Flied to left in the first, took a called third strike in the second. And now batting against Laura. Comes in having given up 11 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings. About an 0-2 count on Civ. Only out in the inning came on Bauman's sacrifice fly. Laura ahead, though, 0-2. And Civ goes down on 3 pitches, so he's struck out for the second time. 2 out in the inning, and here comes Johnson. He's doubled and walked in this game. It seems like you can't get him out. On base percentage is over 500 for the year. Grounds the first one first base side foul. The run at the corners with Serrano at third, Carter at first. 6-0 Brookdale last of the third. And a big head start for Carter, and he walks in. The pitch was nowhere close. And Carter got about 7 steps before the pitch even came into his delivery. Now Johnson a chance to pick up a couple of RBIs here. Facing Laura for the first time. Pitch outside, and Chevalier has to reach out to grab that one. Swinging a shot, but fell. Two count. And now it's full. First base is open, with John Wade waiting in the on-deck circle. And now Laura will come with a payoff pitch to a dangerous hitter, and it's taken ball 4, and that'll load him up. So 3 innings, 3 at-bats for Johnson, 3 times on base. And now John Wade a chance to clean him up. Bases loaded, 2 out, and a 6-0 Brookdale lead. And the region's leading hitter at 500 coming in, while he's 0 for 2 in this game. Infield back with 2 out, first pitch on the way, bounces in 1-0. Wade has struck out and flied to left, all of that against the starter Masson. Bat 3 times in 3 innings. That is a sign that things are going well for you. And a liner down the left field line, and it lands foul. Serrano, Carter, Johnson. They're filling the bases, 2 out. The next to Wade, taken up high. There's a strike. 2-2 count. Laura hoping to get a big out. Facing a tough hitter. Next pitch. Behind him. Nearly brushed the jersey. So the count runs full. There have been a lot of wild pitches and even pitches that aren't considered to be wild that are nowhere near the strike zone. So here comes a 3-2 pitch with the bases loaded and 2 out. And John Wade takes one that hits him and it brings in another run. Serrano comes in to score, give Wade an RBI, 7-0 Jersey Blues. Bases remain loaded. Troche the batter now, looking for the kill shot in this game. And he swings at the first one, skies it left field. In comes Ruan, and he finds it through the sunshine to end the inning. So Brookdale will leave him loaded, but they score 4 times after 3 in Lincroft. It's 7-0 Brookdale over the Bronx. Top of the 4th inning and a 7-0 Brookdale lead. Richie Barton on for his 2nd inning of work in relief. First pitch swinging Leonardo Francisco, popped up foul ground and able to make the catch. Is the first baseman, John Wade, who started at first, but William Wentz has taken over there, and he has out number 1. Samuel De La Rosa takes ball 1. Barton, the second Brookdale pitcher, working in back of Matt Kunzman today. Just off the corner. Bronx, no runs, 1 hit so far. Far cry from their last game. Big offensive output. They scored a season-high 18 in a blowout victory. Barton behind in this turn at bat. Broncos had 8 different players register a run batted in, but blanked so far on this warm afternoon. Strike. De La Rosa thought he may have had ball 4, but the at-bat continues. Struck out his first time up. That was in the opening inning, and now he works the walk. A one-out base runner. Brookdale's made a couple of changes in the field. We told you about Wentz at first. Mike Klaschinski has taken over behind the plate, spelling Troche. Doesn't get much time to watch. Ball 1 on Raul Chevalier. And I'm not sure why De La Rosa was allowed to take second base. Barton on the year's given up 8 runs in 9 innings. Pickoff try at second, and it gets away. Now trying for third is De La Rosa, and he'll make it. So an error on the pickoff attempt, and that'll bring out a conversation as Johnny Johnson's on his way out to the mound. Be his first appearance out there. So that it was going to be kind of an all-hands-on-deck approach for the pitching staff, but it will be Barton to stay out there. Chevalier is 0 for 1 in this game with a strikeout. De La Rosa now at third as the Bronx tries to bring home their first run of the game, trailing 7-0. This Bronx team, nearly the entirety of their roster is all from right in the Bronx, with the exception of 2 players, as there's a walk Chevalier is on. The 2 players who are not from the Bronx are both from the Dominican Republic. Adolfo De Jesus, also Dominican-born, the longtime head coach. So they've got a chance here. Runners at the corners, Yoscar Almonte takes ball 1. Barton having trouble finding the strike zone in the inning. He's walked a pair. Ready with the 1-0. Good off-speed pitch. A ball and a strike. That one in the dirt, and Klaschinski does well to stop it. Almonte in his only at-bat in this game, grounded out to second. And the pitch from Barton. Up and away. Hey, 3-1 count. A walk would load the bases and bring up Harleen Suarez. But Barton finds the strike zone and the count is full. 3-2 on Almonte. As Barton is set, his payoff pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Lomangino, glove flip to second. 1, the turn, double play. What a double play to get Barton out of the inning and keep the Bronx off the board. 6-4-3 to retire the side. It's Brookdale leading the Bronx 7-0. Jolo Mangino leading off the bottom of the fourth inning. It's all Jersey Blues on this afternoon. A 7-0 lead over the Bronx. Alexander Laura on in relief for his second inning. Working from the stretch with his first pitch, ball one. While Mangino will be followed by Bauman and Anderson Gonzalez. After Brookdale's big third inning, they scored 4 times, sent 10 to the plate, and left the bases loaded. Could have been a lot more. There's a strike. Well, Mangino having a good day at the plate. 2 for 2, a single and a double. He scored a run. Let's raise that .343 batting average. Missed a little bit high. Swings and misses. Slow Mangino, who started that highlight reel double play to end the last half inning, and it was a highlight on multiple levels. First, the glove flip, and then the bare hand catch by Serrano at the second base bag to start the 6-4-3. Seen some of the time in the leadoff spot in the lineup in recent days in Lavarco's absence, but back in his customary 5th spot. Swings and rips one base hit left field. Francisco had a diving attempt for it, and Lomangino is now 3 for 3. Hit number 6 for the Jersey Blues. Lomangino has half the total. Dan Cowles, the batter. Takes a strike, so Christian Bauman out of this game, going 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. And with a lopsided score, an opportunity to rest that hamstring. Howells has had 12 at-bats this year, 2 hits, and 1 run batted in. Brookdale, after this game today, will get set for a 3-game stretch all against Middlesex. First one on the road, and then here for 2. This might be a double play on a bouncer to second. Get the at there. The return throw in time as De La Rosa able to stay on the bag, and they turn the 4-6-3 on Coles.
Go, Steven. Buena, Teresa, buena. I know.
Base is clear now for Gonzalez with 2 out in the inning. Ball 1. Gonzalez has been on twice today with a single and a walk, and he's scored twice. Bronx native Laura brings the next pitch, and it's a strike. Competition against Middlesex, it figures to be 3 pretty good games. Blue Colts have been one of the better teams in the region. 22-10 record as it stands now. Only team in front of Brookdale in the standings is Rowan Gloucester. They've won 2 more games. But both Rowan Gloucester and Brookdale top 10 ranked nationally, in addition to holding the top 2 spots in the Region 19. Hit on the ground to short. Ruan can't pick it up cleanly, and Gonzalez is at first base. It should go as an error. Give Brookdale 2 out base runner for Serrano. I mentioned the fielding troubles for the Broncos. 40 errors coming in. They've committed a couple here today, averaging over 2 errors a game. Serrano lines a base hit into left field. Gonzalez was in motion on the pitch, but he'll stop at second.
Tranquilo, ahí lo vamos.
So number 9 spot in the order due up. And it'll be Mike Klaschinski to take the turn at bat after taking over behind the plate for Troche, giving him some much-deserved rest. Ball 1 with the off-speed pitch. Klaschinski's only had 8 at-bats this year, but he's done well in those opportunities. 3 hits. Runners at first and second, 2 out in the inning, and a 2-0 count. Shinsky, freshman out of Freehold Borough, New Jersey. It's in a favorable count here with a couple on base, and it's now 3-0. Gonzalez at second, Serrano is at first. On 3-0, he takes a strike. He had a step toward first. Home plate umpire will call him back. 3-1 the count. As Laura brings the pitch. Bouncing ball toward third. Up with it there, Francisco, and he'll take the force at third to retire the side. So the first inning that Brookdale doesn't score, but they still lead the Bronx after 4, 7-0. Fifth inning here at Brookdale Community College. Jersey Blues leading 7-0, trying for their 4th straight win today. Nick Terafenko, the third pitcher of the day, deals strike 1. Arlene Suarez leading off. Batting for the second time. He drew a walk his first time up. Quickly the count 0-2 as the big right-hander gets ahead in the count. Terafenko stands at 6'5", the Freehold Borough, New Jersey native. His 0-2 pitch just got a piece. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Broncos in the inning. And this their only trip to Lincroft this year. Team that comes in at 3-12. They had been playing better, but then they ran into Brookdale. Strike 3 called, so Suarez is put away. Terafenko strikes at the first man to face him, 1 down. So it seems that Johnny Johnson is going 2 innings at a time with his pitchers today. Ball 1 on Luis Sanchez. Matt Kunzman started, went the first 2. Richie Barton the next 2. And now Terafenko. Just missed. Sanchez is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. A couple other defensive changes as Darius Troche, I thought, came out of the game, but he, in fact, just moved positions, and he's now at the hot corner at third base. For For Tarafenko, it's his 6th appearance of the year. He's started once. 1 out, nobody on in the inning. Fastball a little bit inside, so Sanchez on with a walk. Wilkin Ruan stands in. 3rd time through the batting order. Ruan, the leadoff hitter. One of 2 Ruans that are in the lineup for the Broncos. They are cousins. Wilkin is 0 for 2. He's twice hit the ball on the ground for outs. And he takes a strike. Pitch that vacated the batter's box, but called a strike. 0-1. Grounded out to short and third did Ruan. Leans back from that one, and it's a ball and a strike. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. The throw from Klaczynski is late. Stolen base for Sanchez. He has now stolen 5 in 5 tries. Risky to be stealing bases down 7 runs. Better make it. Oh, and Ruan goes down, and that... I didn't see exactly where that got him, but that was dangerous. He appears okay, makes his way down to first base. Yeah, that got him in the head. He's being checked there at first base. Looks like he wants to stay in the game, but with all the emphasis on concussions these days, it wouldn't be a surprise to see him removed. Give him a moment to see if he passes protocol. Looks like he'll stay out there. Batter will be Steven Correa. First and second for the Bronx. They try to fight their way back. Batting here in the top of the 5th against Tarafenko. First pitch. Runs inside 1-0. Correa's had a hit today, 1 for 2. In fact, it's the only hit that the Bronx has mustered in this game. A bunch of base runners on walks and hit batsmen. Pickoff tried second. Brookdale pitchers have walked 5 and hit 1. Another dangerous pitch as Correa had to duck for cover. And that one's behind him. And there have been quite a few pitches that have just been nowhere close. Johnny Johnson is going to go out for a word.
Come on, buddy.
One out in the inning. Tarafenko looking to find the plate here to Correa, but he misses ball 4. And the bases are now loaded. So the Broncos have loaded him up without the benefit of a hit. 2 walks and a hit by pitch, a scary one at that. As Ruan was struck in the head. Albel Ruan, the number 3 hitter, takes one behind his feet. The count 1-0. Ruan has struck out swinging, grounded to short 0 for 2. But he's a dangerous hitter as one of the 2 Broncos home runs this year. Came in a .333 batter. Infield back with a 7-run lead, but it's gotten a little dicier. There's a strike. A much-needed one from Tarafenko. No place to put Ruan. A walk would break up the combined shutout. So we're in the 5th inning. And a foul back to even up the count. The on-deck hitter is Leonardo Francisco. Sanchez, Ruan, Correa. They're on the bases. The other Ruan at the plate with a 2-2. Swinging a ground ball on a bounce to third. Up with it, Troche. Goes to second 1. The return throw not in time, and a run scores. So on the fielder's choice, give Albel Ruan an RBI. Sanchez scores the first Bronco run, and it's now 7-1 Brookdale. Francisco digs in. That one goes off the glove of Klaczynski, breaking for the plate and scoring is Wilkin Ruan. So the second run of the inning. It's now a 7-2 game. Runner at second is Albel Ruan. Next pitch coming to Francisco. Another one well out of the strike zone. This has been a tough inning on the mound. A lot of pitches that have gotten away from Tarafenko. 7-0 Brookdale lead has tightened up just a bit. 7-2 now. And a strike. Good stop by Klaczynski, but it's ball 4. So now Johnny Johnson heads out for his second meeting on the mound of the inning, and it looks like that will be it for Tarafenko. So he'll take his exit. Still 2-1 for the Broncos as they try to continue the uphill climb. Jersey Blues 7, the Bronx 2. Pitching change. We're coming back. Rob Salvatore inherits a couple base runners in this 5th inning. Tries a pickoff throw at first, but back safely. Ruan is at second. Francisco at first. 2 runs home for the Bronx in the inning. 7-2 Brookdale leads. Salvatore is the 4th Jersey Blue pitcher as he gets it by De La Rosa. Bronx first baseman today has struck out and walked. Salvatore finished up the last game for Brookdale, the win against Bergen. Finds the strike zone and a 2-strike count here. Trying to get one big out and bail out Nick Tarafenko. Struggled to find the strike zone. The pitch. Swinging a shot toward right center field. Falling fast, base hit into the gap. And that's trouble. 1 run scores. They're going to wave home the trail runner. He will score. It's a 2-run double off the bat of Samuel De La Rosa. A 4-run inning here for the Bronx. And suddenly it's a 7-4 Brookdale lead. So De La Rosa drives in his 7th and 8th runs of the year. We suddenly have a ball game with Raul Chevalier, the catcher, and he takes outside. It's 1-0. Chevalier is also struck out and walked 0 for 1. Bronx only needs 1 more base runner before the tying run can come to bat. This has been a difficult inning for Brookdale, just when it looked like they were on their way to a romp. Bronx has fought their way back. Swing and a miss. We're only in the 5th inning, and we'll play 9 if necessary here today. Two count. Salvatore looking to put this long inning to bed. As he deals the pitch, Chevalier swings and misses for strike 3. Klaczynski has to find it. The throw to first. And it's not in time. And now breaking for the plate and scoring is Samuel De La Rosa. And it's 7-5. So just when you thought the inning was over, Chevalier struck out, but he reaches on the strikeout, as Klaczynski had trouble finding it and did not make a strong throw to first. And Yoskar Almonte will be the 9th man up in the inning for the Broncos. And he whistles one down the right field side, foul ball. Almonte has hit the ball on the ground twice, the last time for that highlight reel double play that was started by Lomangino's glove flip at short. That's a strike, as it had Almonte flailing. I don't think he can believe that call. Salvatore once again gets ahead in the count, 0-2. Lefty is set, the pitch. Strike 3 called. That'll finally end the inning. But this game has tightened up a whole bunch. 5-run score in the 5th. And Brookdale try to get him back. Their lead is just 2 at 7-5. Bottom of the fifth inning. It's 7-5 now. Brookdale holding on all of a sudden. Top of the order due up. Gio Civ, first pitch swinging high in the air as the shortstop Ruan goes out to grab it. 1 out. One pitch and 1 out. Marcus Johnson steps in. You just can't get him out right now. He's been on base all 3 times up, a double and 2 walks. And he drops down a bunt. It's going to be a tough play and no play. A bunt single for Johnson. And you see him do that more than once in a while, particularly early in the count, catching the pitcher off guard. For as good a hitter as he is, he can just drop it down and use his speed. So he's 2 for 2, 4 times on base, and here's Wentz. Wentz got hit by a pitch his first time up today, taking over in the 3 spot in the order for John Wade. Runner goes, throw to second, on a bounce, not in time, and a stolen base. Second of the game for Johnson, team leading 18 for the year. Alexander Laura is the reliever, still out there for the Bronx. Now breaking for third is Johnson, and the throw will not get him. He just wreaks havoc on the bases. A bunt hit, a stolen base, and gets to third on a short, wild pitch. So Brookdale looking to get those runs that they gave up right back here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Wentz with a swing and a miss. Darius Troche waiting in the on-deck circle. He's moved positions in this game, but does not come out. And a shot. Oh, it's caught. What a play by Laura, the reliever. Johnson stays put at third. An absolute rocket off the bat of Wentz. And that ball caught Laura more than Laura caught the ball, but an incredible play nonetheless for the second out of the inning. Each team has now made a defensive gem. Troche has scored twice without a hit. He's reached on an error and been hit by a pitch. Johnson still at third. Laura deals. 1-0. This game about 2 hours old. And only at about the halfway mark. Looked like we might be done after 7 innings, the way it was going. There's a shot by Troche. A great stop by Ruan. Does he have time? He does. What a play by Ruan as the Bronx flash some leather in the 5th. A couple terrific plays and keep Brookdale off the board. To the 6th we go. It's Brookdale 7, Bronx 5. Top of the 6th inning, I'm Brian Gadsworth here on Brookdale TV. A strike from Salvatore to Harleen Suarez. 0 for 1 with a walk today. 7-5 game. Game has become a lot more interesting. Swing and a miss as the Bronx sent 9 to the plate in the 5th inning and scored 5 runs despite only 1 hit. A bunch of walks and hit batters. It was a tough inning on the mound for the Jersey Blues. Off the outside corner, Rob Salvatore was the one who finished the inning and stays out there. 4th Jersey Blue pitcher of the day. And a wide strike to get him. So Suarez caught looking, 1 away. And Luis Sanchez, the base is empty. He swings and misses. 0-1. Sanchez in that big inning, he was a part of it, working a walk and scored a run. 0 for 1 in the game. Salvatore working with a lot better pace. And times in this game where pitch clock may have come in handy. Seen some slow workers. Pop foul, and that'll be out of play. Back to the top of the order next, and Wilkin Ruan. 1 out, nobody on. Salvatore deals. Swing and a miss. He's got back-to-back strikeouts. Klaczynski this time makes an accurate throw to complete the putout. 2 away. That's now 5 consecutive strikeouts for Brookdale pitchers. And with the bases empty, Wilkin Ruan is 0 for 2 and been hit by a pitch. Squares to bunt, takes ball 1. In fact, in the doubleheader for Brookdale against Bergen, our pitchers struck out a total of 27 in the 2 games. That was Nick Timpanelli and Brendan Williams, who were the region's 2 leaders in the strikeout department. Williams, with his last game, went to 6-0 on the year, having a terrific sophomore season. And Ruan drives one down the right field side, out of play. Salvatore looking to strike out the side. He's gotten the first 2. And a hard hit ball, base hit right center over the outstretched glove of Serrano, and that goes up the gap. Around second, Ruan, and he will have a triple. His 3rd triple of the year. 7th total for the Broncos. Steven Correa now batting for a 4th time. He's gone 1 for his first 2 with a walk. Salvatore from the stretch with the first pitch fastball strike. Tying run at the plate in a 7-5 Brookdale lead. A game they once led 7-0. High pop-up. And a foul ground Wentz, hoping for a play. He has room. He snags it. Makes the one-hand catch. The Broncos leave 1 in the 6th. To the bottom of the 6th we go on this warm Wednesday afternoon. And a 7-5 Brookdale edge. Underway in the bottom of the 6th inning. Joe Lomangino taking ball 1. Alexander Laura has steadied things for the Bronx. Brookdale's been held off the board over the last couple innings after scoring in each of the first 3. And meanwhile, the Bronx has been able to catch up. It's now a 7-5 game. Lomangino, though, yet to be retired today. 3 for 3. 2 singles and a double. Followed in the inning by Dan Cowles and then Anderson Gonzalez. Dale 7 runs on 8 hits so far. Lomangino with 3 of the 7 total as he looks at a strike. And he takes ball 4. He doesn't get a hit, but finds his way on base for a 4th straight time, joining Johnson as Jersey Blues to reach all 4 times and the leadoff man on. Dan Cowles batting for the 2nd time. Bronx turned a nice double play on him his first time up. That gets away from Chevalier. And on the wild pitch, Lomangino to second base. Dan Cowles, a freshman, Colts Neck, New Jersey. Not far away here in Monmouth County. There's a strike. This looks like it's on pace to be one of Brookdale's longer games of the year. Shadows have started to creep in right around home plate as we dip into the evening hours. Still plenty of sunshine, not a lot of clouds. Beautiful day to play. Cowles takes just off the corner. It should remain in the 80s for the next several days. In fact, tomorrow, maybe approaching 90. Be a softball doubleheader tomorrow afternoon. Cowles takes the walk. So Laura did fine work coming on in relief. We'll see if that's going to be the end of the line for him. Looks like they're going to get a fresh arm in there. So Adolfo De Jesus will make the pitching change. Brookdale batting in this bottom of the 6th inning, leading 7-5, looking to add to it. New pitcher coming in. We'll be right back. Anderson Gonzalez will be the batter. Brookdale's put the first two on, squaring the bunt. Gonzalez gets it down. Be played by the catcher Chevalier, just in time at first base. But the sacrifice is successful to move Lomangino and Cowles into scoring position. One out in the inning, and Hunter Serrano coming up. Serrano 1 for 2 with a walk today. He's been on twice. New pitcher is Ruan, who started in this game in left field. He deals a strike. Ruan in for the second time this season. Infield most of the way in, fastball up high. You have to credit the job that Alexander Laura did in relief. Got into trouble in this inning, and we'll see if Ruan can bail him out. On the ground, diving stop by Ruan. No, it gets by him. 1 run scores Lomangino. Here comes Cowles. He's in. It's a big 2 RBI single for Hunter Serrano, and Brookdale doubles up the lead at 9-5.
Guys, 2 for 9.
So 2 walks. Gonzalez moves him up on a sacrifice bunt. Serrano brings him in. Nick Colbert, the batter, takes a strike. He's thinking about a bunt. Colbert batting for the first time. Caleb Carter started in this spot. Then it was Klaczynski. And now it's Colbert. He's given Brookdale some nice production, hitting out of the number 9 spot in a lot of games. This one is up the middle and through, a base hit. Going first to third is Serrano. He'll be waved around. Colbert at second is out, but a run scores. So an RBI single for Nick Colbert. Serrano all the way home. Colbert out trying to stretch it to a double. 2 out in the inning, and we'll be back to the top of the order. Base is now empty. Civ looking to get on the board. He's gone 0 for 4 today. Takes the first pitch strike. 0 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Starter in right field today. He's been sharing that assignment with Luca Lemira. Nick Lavarco on the shelf. Just outside. That one bounces up there. Marcus Johnson would be next. And a rocket to right field off the bat of Civ. That's down between the outfielders. One hops up against the wall. Civ on his way to second, takes the turn, trying for 3, and he'll make it easily. That's a good way to snap out of a hitless 4-at-bat stretch, a triple. Second triple of the year for Civ. Now the third baseman creeps in against Johnson, who has been up 4 times and been on base all 4. That one gets away. Here comes Siv. He scores. (11-5) Brookdale now. Base is clear. Johnson takes a strike. He singled, doubled, and walked twice. Needs a triple and a home run, the 2 hardest for the cycle. Cracks this one in the air center field. That's pretty well hit. Sanchez way back. Goodbye. And now he only needs the triple. Marcus Johnson clears the wall in center field. His 8th home run of the year. 12-5 Brookdale. What a shot. William Wentz. Brookdale has scored 5 times in the inning. 12-5 game now, ball 1. Wentz, he packs a punch in that batter's box. It was Wentz who hit that screaming line drive, the likes of which you don't see very often, that was somehow caught. Ball that you could not hit much harder than Wentz did. That one bounces. It's got to be the most scary moment for a pitcher out there, to have a line drive right back at you. But it's best case scenario when it catches the glove. Four-pitch walk, and Wentz is on. Brookdale's been scoring a whole lot of runs of late. Double figures now in 3 straight. 28 combined in the Bergen doubleheader. 12 more today. And doing it in large part without the home run ball. So that one gets away and Wentz to second base. They only hit 1 in the 2 games against Bergen. And Johnson's blast, the first of this game today. De Jesus will go out and try to settle down the right-hander. So Trosh now. 4th time at bat for the Brookdale catcher. Started at catcher, moved over to third base. He's the 9th man up in this inning. Brookdale has batted around in 2 different innings. Good stop there by Chevalier. This has been a game where the Scorebook a bit messy. Whole lot of base runners. I figured that was going to be the case coming in. Troschfeld tips it. Given how much the Broncos have struggled on the mound and how potent Brookdale is offensively. And a shot into left center field, and that's down for a base hit. It skips by Sanchez, goes back near the wall. Another runs in to score. It's Wentz. Here's Trosch trying for 3, and he's in safely with a triple. And a run batted in to make it 13-5 Jersey Blues. Solo Mangino. And he's another one who has not been retired. Johnson kept his streak going with a home run in the inning. Well, Mangino trying to reach for a 5th consecutive plate appearance. 3 hits and a walk. 3 for 3 in total. Another game with a lot of crooked numbers on the scoreboard. Bronx had 1. That was in the 5th. They got back in, but that was only temporary. And Trosch comes to the plate. Do they call a balk there? Balk on Ruan. So that's 2 touchdowns on the board now, 14-5. Base is now clear. Well, Mangino takes a strike. Still only in the 6th inning. Seven runs are home this inning, Brookdale's biggest yet. And while Mangino will keep it going, and he'll keep his on-base streak going. 5 consecutive times on. So now it's going to be Ryan Cole. His first at bat of the day. Still getting most of their available players in there. Cole takes strike 1. He's gotten a lot of the reps at first base this year. Also been one of the regulars on the mound. Saved a couple of games. Brookdale 14, Bronx 5. Bottom of the 6th inning, and Cole moves his feet. Ruan, who is now on the mound, started this game in left field. Third Broncos pitcher, runner goes. Mangino has a steal. The 14th that he's swiped. He and Johnson are in double figures. Cole has hit 1 out of the park this year. That one inside may have gotten a piece of him or a walk, but he's on either way. And runners at first and second. That'll be it for Ruan. He gives up the ball. We'll have a new pitcher for the Broncos and a 14-5 Brookdale lead. Long bottom of the seventh inning. Brookdale still 2 out there. 7 runs in. They lead the Bronx 14-5. Anderson Gonzalez with a first pitch swing and a miss. New pitcher is Uniel De La Rosa for the Bronx. Brookdale with a 9-run lead. Another would make it a 10-run game, and a chance that this game could be called after 7. Brookdale jumped out, led 7-0. Bronx put up 5 to make it 7-5, but it's all come falling apart for the Broncos this inning. It's 11 have come to bat. Gonzalez is the 12th. He's 2 for 3 with a sacrifice. Sorry, 1 for 3. 2 runs scored. Takes up high. Mangino and Cole, they're on. And Gonzalez down the right field line, foul. Game had started about a half an hour behind schedule. And here we are now, and we've played better than 2.5 hours. And we thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday afternoon. Region 19 baseball against Region 15, an out-of-region game. Bronx coming out of the Region 15. Jersey Blues with a win would make it 4 consecutive in the win column. Middlesex is up next. Runners going on the pitch. It's fouled off. Three 3-2 count. De La Rosa to Gonzalez with a swing and a foul back. Low ball 4. That's 3 straight walks to refill the bases. Hunter Serrano has had hits his last 2 times up, 2 for 3. Been on base 3 out of 4 trips. A walk for the other. Drove in 2 big runs with his last hit, and that was back in the 6th inning. Takes way outside, 1-0. Mangino, Cole, Gonzalez, they're all aboard. Base hit here would bring the lead to double digits and give Brookdale a chance to close it out in the top half of the next inning. Serrano takes high. Brookdale has scored half their total in this inning alone. Serrano is the 13th man to bat. Two 2-1 pitch. Now it's 2-2. Number 9 spot in the order is next. It's Colbert. He's had 1 at bat so far. Serrano takes up and in, and now the count is full. De La Rosa will come with a payoff pitch with his team down 9 runs. Here it comes. Swinging a high pop-up. Foul ground. De La Rosa tracking it. Can't make the catch. So the at-bat is prolonged. Serrano gets another life. See the shadows creeping in on the right side of the infield now. Another 3-2 coming to Serrano with the bases full. He swings and drives it. Center field. Sanchez going back, way back, turns and watches it go. A grand slam. Hunter Serrano clears them all. With 1 swing of the bat, he adds 4 runs. And Brookdale's up to 18 on the day. What an inning. First home run of the year for Serrano, and boy, does he make it count. In grand style. An 11-run inning for the Jersey Blues. This has been another mess of a game from a Bronx pitching perspective. Three straight walks set the table, and Serrano does the damage. 2 home runs in the inning. 22 Brookdale blasts on the season. And it's 3-0 now on Colbert. Takes high, and he's on. Second base goes Colbert. Civ is the 15th man up in the inning. I mean, this is unbelievable. Broke out of an 0 for 4 by tripling earlier in the inning. Seems like a long time ago. There's a strike. Brookdale has hit for the cycle in the inning. Two homers, 2 triples. The Jersey Blues will, in fact, have a chance to close it out in the top of the 7th. Working with a 13-run lead now. See, Rob Salvatore is warming up behind the first base dugout. He figures to try to get the final 3 outs. Civ takes strike 3, and that will finally end the inning. But one of the biggest for Brookdale. They send 15 to the plate. They score 11 runs. The exclamation point, Hunter Serrano, his first of the year, is a grand slam. Brookdale try to close it out in the 7th with an 18-5 lead. Top of the 7th inning, Rob Salvatore will try to put on the finishing touches. Strike 1 called. Bill Ruan leading off. He's gotten a turn on the mound today. Rough outing for the Bronx on the mound. Brookdale has scored 18, 11 in the last inning. Ripped to center field, but right at the center fielder who makes the catch. So hard hit ball, but 1 out. Jersey Blues are 2 outs away. And a ground ball, and that will go through base hit. Leonardo Francisco gives the Bronx a one-out base runner. Dale's got a whole different defensive alignment. Civ is now in left field. Johnson moves from left to center, and Gonzalez from center to right. Samuel De La Rosa, 1 on, 1 out. Top of the 7th inning. Ball 1. Salvatore, the fourth Jersey Blue pitcher. Matt Kunzman started, went the first 2. Richie Barton, 2 innings in relief. Terefenko struggled in his appearance. And now Salvatore. On the ground toward third past the dive and into left field. There are 2 hits in the inning. This team is not without ability on the offensive end, and saw them have a 5-run inning earlier. Had several games with double-figure runs scored earlier in the season. And it's the pitching and the defense as the biggest culprit in a 3-12 start to the year. Raul Chevalier is 0 for 2, twice struck out, walked once. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Troche, who's back behind the plate, will throw behind the runner. And he just is able to get back. So Chevalier is struck out for the 3rd time today. Bronx is down to their final out. It'll be left to Yoscar Almonte. He's had a rough day, 0 for 3, including a strikeout and a double play grounder. Salvatore has 1 more out to get. His team leading 18-5. Slow ground ball. Going to be a tough play, Lomangino. And it hit the runner trying for third. And that's how the ball game will end. So in all likelihood, that would have been a base hit. I'm not sure Lomangino would have had a play. But it hits the runner going to third. And that's how Brookdale wraps up an 18-5 win over the Bronx. That was 7-run 6th. They hit a couple home runs. Hunter Serrano, the capper, with a grand slam. And Brookdale, with a 4-pitcher combined effort, blows away the Bronx by an 18-5 final. So that's it for us here. Jersey Blues will get set for Middlesex for the next 3. They are now 24-7 on the year, 9-2 here at home. And they win this one on a day that was a mess for the scorebook, but one that they will take. A whole lot of base runners, a whole lot of runs, and once again the final score, 18-5 over the Bronx. So with thanks to our entire crew and to you for listening, I'm Brian Gadsword from Lincroft saying so long, have a good night, and we'll see you for our next broadcast here on Brookdale TV.